welcome to another Rouge Gaming video. Today we are starting a brand new series where we will look at Madden 21's franchise mode. Before we begin, I ask that you hit that like and subscribe button if you find this video interesting and or informative. I really do appreciate it, and it will help this video reach more people, which will help me bring more content for franchise to you. So let's jump right into it here. Let's click on franchise in the main menu. Once you click on that, you're going to be brought to a screen that looks like this. I have a franchise started already. That's why you see it here. I am rebuilding the Lions on stream over on my Twitch channel. If you would like to go watch that gameplay whenever I go live, feel free to follow me. I will put the link to my Twitch channel down below in the description. From this screen, you can create your own league, search for a league, or accept a league invite. Today we'll be creating a league, so let's go ahead and select that. From this screen, you are given the option of choosing either a cloud or offline franchise. If you are able to, I suggest always going with a cloud franchise. This will ensure that your franchise is always saved to the cloud, so that if something should happen to your system, the league doesn't get lost and all your information is saved. Otherwise, there's nothing wrong with going with an offline franchise. That's how I started many years ago, and I've never had an issue. With cloud franchises, you're able to choose between real-life rosters and active rosters. They sound very similar, but there are some differences that you need to be aware of. If you choose real-life rosters, you are able to choose where you start your franchise. As the NFL season progresses, you will have more selection to choose from. As you can see, we only have preseason week 1 because we are here September 1st. The season hasn't started yet, so we don't have any other options. If you choose to go with an active roster, this will use the most current loaded roster that you have on your system and use it for your franchise. Typically, that is what I will go with. If you decide to go with an offline franchise, the only difference is that you won't get the choice of using a real-life roster, but you are able to use the default roster that was set when the game was released, which they call the preseason roster. So let's go ahead and create a cloud franchise using an active roster. It will take you to a roster import screen where it will import the entire league's worth of players from the most current roster file or the file that you have selected from your Madden download screen, which I will cover in a different video. So once that's done importing, you will be able to select your team. It will show the team's offensive and defensive ratings as well as the overall rating of the team. You will be able to see the top 3 players for that team as well. As you can see here, I am a Rams fan, so Rams pops up automatically because that's who I have as my favorite team. Overall 79, offense 80, defense 79. Top 3 players, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Cooper Kupp. You are also able to see what X factors they have, as well as if they are a superstar. I will go over X factors and superstar as well as development traits in a different video, but if you know what those are, you are able to see them from this screen as well. So let's go ahead and select the Rams. Once you have selected your team, you have the opportunity to choose how you want to play your franchise. So do you want to play as an owner, a coach, or a player? So each one has different gameplay, which we will go through. The game has head coach as a default setting, which I recommend if you are new to franchise. It's also the most popular because it allows you to play just regular Madden and manage your roster and draft your players and do all that sort of things. I'll go through the other 2 here in a second. But it will also select the real-life head coach of the team that you chose to use by default. You also have a few different options of where you want to start. You can start in the preseason, which is my personal preference. This allows you to make your own roster cuts as well as finalize your team the way you want to before the regular season starts. Regular season allows you to skip preseason altogether and go straight to the first week of the season. Fantasy draft allows you to reset all 32 teams in the league and redraft them just as if you were doing a fantasy football league. The next option that you have is who you want to play as. So you can choose player, coach, or owner. So as I said before, head coach is set by default. This will allow you to have control over your roster, cut, trades, drafting, signing players. You will also have to manage your salary cap as well as the contracts of your players. This also gives you the opportunity to play what I will call normal Madden. That is where you control all players on the field. You can click on, click off, switch to different players, call all of your offensive and defensive plays. This is similar to head-to-head. If you choose to go as a player, you will be just given control of that one player. You will earn XP and be able to upgrade your ratings just as you would if you were using a coach or an owner and going to each individual player to upgrade them. But in this case, it is just yourself. You will not be able to control the other side of the ball, whichever side you choose. So let's say you choose to be a quarterback. You will have the opportunity to call your own plays and only play as the quarterback. But once it flips over to defense, they will have control over the play calling and the gameplay itself. If you choose to go with owner, you have all of the control that is given to the coach as well as the gameplay, plus the added control to move the franchise and control prices for your organization. You are also able to upkeep your stadium, adjust your prices, but you need to be careful because there's an added funds feature when you choose owner. Now funds is basically your bank account. All of your players' contract bonuses will come out of your pocket, and if your team isn't making enough money, you won't be able to pay them. This also affects free agency. If you do not have enough money in free agency, you will not be able to sign players. So once you have figured out where you want to start, who you want to play as, and whether or not you want to use a custom coach or custom owner, and you've done all that, go ahead and hit start playing, and it will start your league for you. It will bring you to this screen where you are given a few different options here on the left. So this is the main screen of franchise where you will make most of your decisions. So right off the bat, there's an opportunity for a veteran player to talk to you about player development. You can start your weekly training, which I will go through in another video. You can start your next available game. You can advance the week, and then there's an improve team option, which gives you a chance to go through the trade block, free agency, all that kind of stuff. At the top of the screen, you will see your current schedule. So it'll tell you, or it'll give you the team logo of the team that you are playing next, as well as the next 5 opponents. It also tells you what year you're in the top left corner, and it will give you the week that you are in as well. So you can see here, preseason week 1, we are at home against the Saints. Preseason week 2, we are on the road against the Chargers, so on and so forth. So guys, I think that's good enough for today. This will be the first video in a series of videos that I'm going to do introducing you to franchise. We will be going through different things like how to look at drafts, how to scout players, what does free agency look like, how do trades work, salary cap, contracts, all that kind of stuff. I'll be dropping hints and tips. So whether you're a beginner or whether you've been playing for years, you will be able to get something from these videos. So again, I want to thank you guys for sticking around and watching this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you thought this was informative and interesting, and I will see you guys in the next video.